This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Chris Witulski from Besser Museum. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Nancy. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. And as we started talking, I decided I'm just going to let you take your newsletter and tell me what's happening because you have way too much stuff going on.
Yeah, I brought in the newsletter because we do. It's an exciting time of the year. As you know, we're transforming the museum into Christmas Magic, our Season of Light exhibit. So right now, if you come to visit the museum, we're only charging $1 because most of it is blocked off. Christmas trees, Christmas decorations. It's going to take us till November 16th when we open to get everything set. And we've got great help from Delynn Medina and her mom, Marilyn Thome. They always work on like our main part of the exhibit. We have community trees, tons of community trees again that will be in there. Some of them are like Hubbard Lake Red Hatters, Hope Shores Alliance, the Lions Club, NOAA, Downtown Development Authority, just to mention a few that will be in the community trees. And then we'll have our trees around the nation. And then we have a special planetarium for Season of Light, which is, I want to say, the Star of Bethlehem. It's a brand new program that we just bought, thanks to a grant from Community Foundation Youth Rec. What is that called? The CalX Fund. So we'll be have a new program. So we're really excited. And I had to bring this so I could remember because we've made some changes this year. We're not going to do our big kickoff gala like we've done for several years. We are going to take our opening and have a big holiday crafternoon. So Amanda Kachurik is the new education coordinator, and she has an art background. And so she presented this idea of, we've always incorporated art into the opening, but more along the lines of Log Cabin Day or Fall Harvest Day. November 16th will be like a family day, and it's going to be $1 admission and $1 for the planetarium. There's going to be activity stations set up around the museum where you can do a holiday craft, including cookie decorating. And so you can come in. It will be from 12 to 3 p.m. and get to see all the new exhibits and participate, kick off your holidays with a little crafting.
Wonderful.
And then later in the season, December 14th, we will have an evening of lights because, you know, patrons love to see the museum lit up at night. And so that will be memberships. Members are free. And then just regular audience. If you're not a member, it will just be regular admission. The Founders Society is going to put on light refreshments, a little reception. We're going to have holiday music. We'll do the planetarium show, and then you'll be able to see the museum all lit up at night. So that's December 14th. And you'll really want to get our newsletter because there's some other activities going on in December. Then we also have on exhibit through the holidays our juried art exhibit. And so the winners have been announced. Our first place was Linda Dreen. Our second place was Kristen Lannon. And third place was Brian Scorn. Brian has his own studio downtown on Chisholm now. Studio Rubio, I believe is how you say it.
I saw that.
So come on in. It's a beautiful exhibit. Over 60 pieces on exhibit from local Northeast Michigan artists. There you go, artists. And then after that exhibit comes down, we'll be featuring Noelle Skiba. So you know Noelle, born and raised here, a great artist, travels all over the country, all over the world, and we have not had her collection or an exhibit with Noelle for many years. So we're going to be doing an exhibit with Noelle starting January 11th. And she's also going to kick off her exhibit with a special art experience. So you can come in and paint with Noelle, learn to paint, do a project with her, and you can find all that information on our website. And then we are doing our Jingle Bell Run this year. Yeah, so we started that last year partnering with the Dork Brothers. It was the first time I ever, did a race, so I can tell you that we've worked out some kinks, and we are going to have this on November 29th. So if you want to be kind of a part of the parade, because the run will be like the first float entry for the parade.
Oh, okay.
So the run will start at 5:15. And then the next float will start at 5:30. And so you can find information on our website. Registration is $5 for students, $10 for adults, or $25 for your family, your household. And we're going to start the registration at the St. Parish Hall.
Okay.
On 9th Street, which is so nice because last year we started at the boat harbor and then we had to bus everybody back up to 9th Street for the race. This year, we reached out to the St. Parish Hall. You can park there, come on in, register there. You can also register early by stopping at the Bessemer Museum or going online and getting a registration form. But we'll start the race, the registration at St. Anne's Parish, and then we'll come down to the light there at 9th Street, and then the run follows the path of the parade. So down Chisholm, left on 2nd, right on Water, and then we'll end at Water Street. United Way is moving their office there, and Joe Gentry is now working with United Way. So we'll end right there on Water Street. And this year, I went down and asked some of the DDA downtown businesses if they would help out and provide maybe discounted coupons for holiday shopping at their stores, and many of them are participating.
Great.
So as a registrar, a participant, at the end of the race, you'll get a gift bag that has special holiday shopping coupons for downtown.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We only have about 2 minutes left, Chris.
So the last thing, and everybody's going to be talking about it, you know, that is December 3rd is Giving Tuesday.
Yes.
This year, the Bessemer Museum, and I'll just kind of open this up and show you, Nancy, we are focusing on our historic village.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't realize we have like a mini Greenfield village in our backyard.
Yes, you do.
There's, 4 historic buildings, 5 if you count the little homesteader's cabin. Many of these buildings came like 48 years ago. We have the log cabin, the bank, the schoolhouse, and the church. And so we do not have a ongoing like maintenance fund. People contributed lots to bring the buildings there, very generous, but not the thought of how are you going to preserve this now. And so this Giving Tuesday, that's where all of our funds will go to. And if people want to know more about it or come in and see the buildings, what our preservation plans are, what our needs are to preserve them, to interpret them, please do stop by. So, and you can find more information on our website, bessermuseum.org, or stop in and talk to us.
Or 989-356-2202.
Absolutely. And I'm going to leave this with you
Yes,
so you can know all about what's going on at the Bessemer Museum.
Thank you very much. I look forward to talking to you next month.
Thanks, Nancy.
I'll be right back with some information from Alpena County Library following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Jessica Luther from Alpena County Library. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Nancy.
When we were listening to Chris Witulski, I saw you over there going like this, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, there's so much to do in this city of Alpena. How can you possibly do it all?
I know, it's hard to choose every weekend what you're going to do.
It is, and I know the library is no exception when it comes to things to do.
Nope, we are gearing up for the holiday season. We are just, we're wrapping up the year end, and just because we're wrapping up doesn't mean things get any quieter. And so we've got the Great Michigan Read is starting so we're participating with the 2019-2020 Great Michigan Read. And what the Great Michigan Read is residents throughout the state all read the same book over the course of a year and a half, and communities organize book discussions and related programs. And this year is, we have Dr. Mona Hanna-Attisha's book, What the Eyes Don't See, which is the story of her discovery that Flint's children were being poisoned by the lead leaching into their drinking water. And it's an amazing book. I mean, it reads like a true crime novel. It's just outstanding. So we are starting to get our programming together, and the first of those is coming up on November the 18th at 7 o'clock. We are showing a documentary called Something in the Water, the Flint Water Crisis, and it's a part of the America Divided documentary series, and we'll be streaming that through our, our Canopy streaming platform at the library. So what we will be doing is showing documentaries. We're going to have book discussions. We do have multiple copies of the book available for anybody that is interested in reading it. We also have book club sets available. So if
I saw that at the library. I was there this morning and I saw that.
Yeah, so we're in each book club set includes 6 copies of the book, some bookmarks, and then readers' discussion guides like these.
Okay.
So in it, there's wonderful questions. There's the different themes that are involved in the book, and how it all ties into humanities. So we're really excited to be able to participate in this, and we are hoping within the next few weeks to be able to announce a date that we will be hosting Dr. Mona here in Alpena. We are looking at the spring to have her up here. So it's just a really cool time, and if there's any teachers out there that are interested in receiving copies of the books and teacher's guides for those, if they're going to incorporate that into their curriculum this year, we are happy to provide those for them.
Okay.
So yes, it's such a great program, and anybody,
yes.
not just libraries can sign up to do these things too, like school classrooms can sign up, nonprofit organizations, churches, colleges, anybody can sign up if they're interested in becoming a partner with the Great Michigan Read, and they can just go to the Humanities Council website.
Okay.
So we have some more book clubby things happening. We are starting our first monthly adult book club on November the 13th at 6:30.
Okay.
So Tina, our public services department head, is launching a speed dating style book talk. So what that will be doing is she will have different books by different authors, different genres, and then anybody can just come by. They can look at all of these, spend a little bit of time with each book, and decide if that book is for them. And then you can check it out, and then you come back the next month and share what you've discovered and share that with other readers, and discover new books. And it's a little more free form than your average book club where everybody reads the same book and then you come back and discuss it. And this, it's really cool because then you get to be excited about the book you picked.
And you pick any book you want.
Any book you want.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is 6:30 on November the 13th.
Okay.
It's open to anybody 18 and over. There's no registration required or anything, but if you have any questions, you can always call the library and Tina will be happy to answer your questions.
Okay.
And it's November, so we have National Novel Writing Month in full swing. We've partnered with the Alpena Writers Group and Blue Phoenix Books. So we are hosting on Tuesdays. We have 2 hours of just free quiet time where anybody who might be working on their magnificent novel can come into the library, and there will be dedicated quiet writing time. So from 5:30 to 7:30 at the library. So they are free and open to the public, so you don't always have to come. Blue Phoenix Books is offering other writing sessions as well if you can't make it on the Tuesday nights. And then for our younger patrons, we have our teen book tasting that's coming up on November the 17th at 3 p.m. We have a new teen services person, Sarah Grahowski, and she's just hit the ground running with our teen and youth programming. So that is for those ages 12 to 18. And it's very similar to the speed dating a book.
Okay.
But she will be leading a book talk about different young adult books from a variety of genres. And then everyone who attends can browse the books and decide if there's one they'd like to take home. And she will have snacks and treats for anybody. So anybody 12 to 18, no registration required. So she's doing an outstanding job with our teen programming. So that's a lot of what we've got going on, and we've got Tinker Tuesday this Tuesday the 12th from 3 to 5. And then we've got our Canopy streaming platform. If anybody, the cold weather is settling in, and if you don't want to go outside to find that movie that you want to watch, just go to our website, go to Canopy with a K, and find a movie that you might be looking for, or download an audiobook or an ebook to your e-reader. And then we also, with the new year starting, we're going to be moving forward with the building renovation, which the voters of Alpena graciously renewed our special millage for. So we are really excited to start rolling out some announcements in the new year, and Eric will be sharing some great things.
And you've, just like the museum, before you only touched on a few of the wonderful things you do there. I mean, there's the computers and the genealogy room, and there's the books on tape, and the videos, the free videos that you can rent, and the magazines and the newspapers. There's so much to do at the library. I'm just hooked on the books on tape. I'm in there every couple of days, and she said, these are due December 6th. I went, I'll have these back in 2 days. I spent a lot of time driving, so it's just so wonderful to listen to the books on tape. And there's any author that you want to read, and if you don't find one that you like, you can ask, and they'll see if they can find it somewhere and get it for you too.
They will, and our staff's really good. If there's a book there that you want but you can't find it, they're really good at suggesting one that might be similar that you might like. I know I find myself running out of books by a certain author, and Judy can always point me in the direction of a new book to read.
Right, and what are your hours currently, Jessica?
So we are open Monday through Thursday from 9:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then we're open Fridays from 9:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 9:30 to 5, and then Sundays we're open from 1 to 5.
And you have one of the best websites around, so you can go online and check everything out that we've talked about today and much, much, much more.
Oh yes, you can access almost all of our databases online through our website. You can get our oral history database, you can access the Foundation Center, you can access our genealogy databases. It's really, it's a one-stop shopping for a lot of people.
Or you can always call 356-6188.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank you, Nancy.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Kathy Abraham, director of the ACC Volunteer Center. Welcome, Kathy.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You do wonderful things in community ed, and why don't you just share with the viewers what's going on at the Volunteer Center right now?
Well, this week we officially kicked off our Christmas Wish List program. And we actually have a few new donors, so I kind of want to go over the process. Each year we receive names from schools and agencies that submit families, local families and surrounding areas of people that need a helping hand during the Christmas holiday. They submit forms with 3 to 4 items of what this child's wish list is. Mm-hmm. During this time, we have letters that we send to past donors indicating when they can contact me to be matched with the recipient, which is this week. That's why it's our official kickoff. They then contact me, and I submit a form to them with the gift description, size, first name, and a code. And primarily, this is all clothing that these children ask for, from winter coats to boots to socks and undergarments. And then they have until the first of the week of December to purchase those items and then bring them to the Volunteer Center, wrapped if they prefer, and if they don't have time, unwrapped. And then at that time, our volunteers make sure that everything is on the list, and then it goes to another group where they sort, catalog, and organize to be distributed. So it's a big process, and we also work with charitable organizations so that there's no redundancy or double dipping, if you will, and it helps a number of families.
Wonderful. You're capturing the true meaning of Christmas and helping people out who have need. These many of the recipients are not asking for the latest faddish toy. They need help with some real basic winter stuff.
Yeah, that is correct. And many of our donors that contact me, they don't have time to go shopping, or they're winter, birds, snowbirds. They can actually submit we take cash donations, and that really helps fulfilling all those gifts that are left. And each child will always have a gift on their list at the end of this program.
Wonderful. If you don't mind kind of sharing the context of the size of this, how many children would receive gifts through Christmas Wish, and how many donors? I suppose that would be a pretty comparable number.
Right. The donors range, it depends from 100 to, it all depends. It's basically around 100 donors, but we usually range anywhere between 400 and 500 names a year. This year we have nearly 400 names on our list, and each one of those names will have gifts, and they're typically 3 to 4 items. And again, we have many businesses that pool their funds together, and they'll call me and say, Kathy, I'll take 2 or 3 families. So it varies, and then we have other individuals that just want like a little child, a little girl or a little boy. So it varies. But this community, and I thank my donors, they are so generous, and that's what makes this program so successful. This year we celebrate 42 years of the Christmas Wish List.
What a wonderful legacy that is.
So it's one of the longest programs of the Volunteer Center.
And well, why don't you share a little bit about what the Volunteer Center does beyond Christmas Wish?
The Volunteer Center we do the community education program. We offer this during the spring and the winter. These are short, inexpensive, usually one evening, and it's basically like cooking or arts and crafts, some computer, and then we also do the ropes course. And if anyone is interested in becoming a volunteer, we have a website where they are matched with nonprofit agencies. And that website is alpinavolunteercenter.org. So they can contact us, and if anyone is interested in the Christmas wish list and they want to become a donor, the phone number is 358-7271.
And how about if somebody wants to volunteer to help coordinate the gift, the donors and the gift preparation and the delivery? I noticed that there's a lot of folks who are involved in that.
Yes, we have a lot of volunteers at this time of year. They can contact the center on 358-7271, and then I will take their information and pass it along to our lead volunteers.
So how does this activity make you feel as the director of the program when you see the coordination that's required, the generosity of the community? As you referenced so accurately, the community is incredibly generous when they feel that it's a project of merit, and then the delivery of it to needy recipients. How does that make you feel?
I absolutely love working as the director for the Volunteer Center, and this is a very gratifying position when you see the generosity and so much care that goes into from the donors, and that you know that families that are in need, they just need a helping hand. Who knows what their circumstances are, that they are going to have a warm holiday season. That is, to me, so rewarding.
Do you hear feedback from the recipients of the gifts occasionally?
Yes, I have had calls. I have had individuals that are now donors that once were recipients.
Wonderful.
And this program is completely anonymous. The donors will never meet the recipient and vice versa. And that is one of the comments that I have received, that they were once on that list and no one, there was dignity, and their family had a nice warm Christmas. And we also, with the cash donations that we receive, there are families that we also provide food gift cards for. So, and that not only during this time of year, but throughout the year. So the Volunteer Center does wonderful things for the community, and the community also, it's a team effort, right? And it's just a wonderful program.
42 years.
42 years.
Wow,
yeah.
What a legacy. We have about a minute left. Anything you would like the viewers to know about what's going on either with Christmas Wish or with the Volunteer Center?
Well, I would like to thank the Alpena Community College for your continued support. And I would like to thank the Besser Foundation and other foundations that assist in making this all possible. I'd like to thank Pepsi and Walmart for their donations for beverages and snacks for our volunteers who work very hard and long hours. And I'd like to thank our donors and the volunteers for making this all possible. They work so hard, so thank you. It's a wonderful time of year.
It's wonderfully put. Thank you. It's a very powerful term. And thank you for what you do for young people, needy young people in our community, and your leadership at the Volunteer Center. Thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.